Yeah, I know you guys have been through a lot here the last couple of days. What's the biggest message you want to get out, and how do you think things are being received right now?
First of all, I'm just happy to be playing on Jackie Robinson Day. It's a big day for us, one of the biggest days of our year, and be able to wear that 42 is pretty special. So that's first and foremost. The message is we're tired. As I think we just told you this 3 months ago. I've been telling you every day, forever. It's time for the world to open their eyes and see that we're tired. We're tired of our people getting killed. We're tired of being nervous if we're next, if our family members will be next. We're just tired. I think that's pretty simple. No one's trying to be above anyone. We're not trying to retaliate for anything that's happened over the years. We're just tired, dude. We're tired of mothers grieving about their sons, or their daughters getting hurt by unnecessary things. So that's it. That's pretty much it.
As much as has happened in baseball, I mean, it's historic, really, that baseball has stopped. Hopefully listening. Do you feel like that this is getting out, that you're getting where you want to get it here at all?
I think it starts with inside our locker room, inside our clubhouses. I can't speak on no one else's locker room, no one else's clubhouse, because we have a different dynamic here than pretty much everybody else in Major League. So it's easy for our guys to do what they would feel is right. But other clubhouses don't have the same, guys to speak up per se. So you never know. But once starting with guys like our guys, maybe we could get some change, because it's not going to end with us just asking for it or demanding it. We're going to need you guys' help as well. Your race. We're going to definitely need your help as well, because most 9 times out of 10, no one tells us any of the crazy thoughts that they have in their head regarding the race or the color of our skin or their insecurities or them being scared of us. They would never tell us. They would tell someone like yourself. And it starts with knowing that you're kind of part of the problem if you let someone tell you that and you don't stand up for what's right, because we already know what's right from wrong.
Hey, D, how important is it to have that discussion with multiple people there? Because if it's just the black players, people talking, there is no change. But to have different people at the table and then talk about what it looks like, and then look at what change looks like from the systemic perspective.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna have to happen. We're gonna do all we can. We're gonna continue to fight and continue to stand up. But like I said, we definitely need their help. We're not gonna be able to do it on our own. That's just the nature of the beast. But we're definitely gonna continue to fight, and hopefully we can get some allies to help us with it. And honestly, if not, we're still going to continue to fight, continue to do what we got to do to try to make this world better than the way we found it.
Don't really have a choice not to stop, right? You just have to continue to find solutions.
Got to continue to fight. This isn't like it's the first time it's happened. Maybe it's the loudest time it's happened because of social media, but it's definitely not the first. So we just got to see where we go from there.
Thanks.
Dee, is there anything you can point to in your clubhouse that you would hope to see in other clubhouses that maybe they can take and go in the direction that this clubhouse has been able to go in?
Not at all. I can't speak for someone else's clubhouse. How you feel is how you feel. And honestly, we rather know that that's how you feel and know that and identify you as part of the problem. So we just don't bother you. We understand we can't get a solution. I know that's kind of brute honest, but that's where we're at. If you don't stand, if you stay silent, then you're just part of the problem. We got to continue to keep it moving, continue to try to strive.
Dee, we saw the video of you and Mark Marco and Kyle walking across the field in San Diego. What did that mean to you to have those two next to you as you walked across the field?
That was actually, I was, Marco was actually going already. But they get it. They get it. That's part of changing. I'm pretty sure, when they hear things from now on, they're going to stand up for what's right, because I'm not going to say that any of you guys haven't stood up because you didn't know it was right. You didn't know that was normal for you. Just what happens is normal for you because it's not part of your life. So that was normal for us. It's normal as well, but it's numbing. It's a numb more than anything. And I think it's just a good thing to have people see our conversations manifest into the actual real world, and they can see that we're not lying, we're not being truthful. It's hard because it's like we said about COVID. If you never had COVID, you don't think it's real. And if you've never been black, you don't think it. The racism and the injustice for black people. So if you don't know, you don't know.
Going back to Wednesday, I'm wondering if you could sort of walk us through kind of seeing the Bucks decide to make their move in the NBA playoffs with sitting out the game, and then how the conversation started with you guys and how all that transpired in terms of the talks that you guys had in the clubhouse.
We just had a real talk. This was going on, but the difference is, like I keep saying, that we haven't had this platform in baseball. With the limited numbers that we have, we've always been told, just do the right thing, stay out the way, get your money, take care of your people. That's it. But now we have a little bit more of we have to say something now. More than anything, it's more like you can't not say anything now. And that's what we're doing. I'm sorry, like, people are mad that we're doing something peacefully. Can't do it peacefully, can't do it right. And there's actually it sounds like there's no way to do anything.
You mentioned Jackie Robinson Day. I know the Mariners are doing something with the Hometown Nine, kind of pushing that program. How much can that program help? Do you see encouragement there?
I don't know. I don't know how much that program can work. We don't know anything right now. We still got a whole lot of work to do. Can't promise anything to anybody because for the last 400 years, there's been a million promises and nothing's happened. So we got to see what's really going to happen. We got to see if we're really going to get changed. We're going to see if people actually stand up for us. We got to see all of that. We don't know. This is the first time that, yes, it's been brought to your attention, but it's actually stopped some of your day-to-day lives. Some of the day-to-day enjoyments of being American as in baseball. Like, I have to answer questions about why did we stop playing baseball? I didn't have to answer questions about why did people die. It's why did we stop playing baseball? I thought baseball was a privilege. If it's a privilege for me, why isn't it a privilege for you?
Hey, D, obviously a lot of young players in that clubhouse, a lot of players who kind of looking at you for leadership during this time. Have you sensed, or what have you sensed from them? Do you sense maybe that they're finding their voice at a young age that maybe, and they're feeling maybe emboldened in a way that maybe you weren't, or you weren't allowed to maybe as a young athlete?
You're absolutely right. But at the same time, me knowing I wasn't allowed to, also have to understand that I can't let them go too far either. I have to protect their career, because if I protect their career, then that protects a family, and then that family does the right thing by another family, and we can continue to keep it going. But if I just let them go out here and just go too far, we haven't got any change yet. Can't let them go too far. Is what if they're not in baseball the next year because of some things that they did now? That's not fair to them or their family, because it's honestly not our fight. We're just the ones fighting.
Is that a real fear for you, for those young guys? I mean,
For everybody, myself included. You don't know what can happen next. Would an organization want, guys who are standing up? I don't know. We don't know that yet. We got to find that out. Those are things that still have to be found out. And I can't let that happen as well.
I know the Players Alliance is still relatively new, and all this is still pretty raw for you guys. But do you have grand ambitions for that, and what that can be, or is it still kind of early formulating stages with that?
Still in the early formulating stages, but we got a lot of stuff going on. We're trying to save being black in baseball, like all the way down to the locker room attendance. Because we need that. We need people that we can relate to. We need Joe Thurston, our first base coach, and base running coach and outfield coach. We need that because we need someone to relate to. Because for years, like I've said, we've come in here, we haven't been able to say anything. Anything we said can be taken out of context. Conclusions being drawn. And then next thing you know, you're out of the game. We can't have that. So we need guys. We need black training staff. We need black travel secretaries. We need black, front office guys, scouts, definitely scouts. We need these guys going into these HBCUs, going into these hoods, just like you would do on a recruiting trip for a football or a basketball player. You need to go in there for a baseball player too. But who would do that? Would one of you guys do that? Would you want to go into Avon Park, Florida? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. And it's just, that's what it is. So we need help, but we need to put ourselves in it too. And that's what the Players Alliance is trying to do. And we're also trying to protect the young guys by letting them use their voice, but not getting them in the bad trouble, good trouble.
You mentioned the 42 putting that on today. It's special every year. Is it even more special this year? Just the push right now.
I think for me, I think we're making Jackie proud today, because contrary to what anybody believes in, Jackie Robinson died in his early to late 50s. Y'all know why he died, right? Is from holding in all the stress of not being able to speak his mind. So I think he may be getting a little bit, at least somebody getting to speak a little bit. And now we're wearing his jersey today on a day where we did something that never happened. Did I want to stop baseball? I love baseball. But it's a privilege. I think everybody needs to understand that it can't be one foot in, one foot out. It's a privilege for the players, but it's not a privilege for this part. That's not it. That's not equality. That's a problem. So I think he'll be happy today to know he stood up. No, we weren't trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to hurt the game. We just got to do something.
And D, just one more look back, and today happens to be the 57th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. So when you put, that and Jackie, they're not separate; they clearly are together. And you're talking about stepping onto the, to the diamond, about that privilege. I mean, what are you really present to? I know Greg just asked that, but can you go deeper into more of that, putting those two together in terms of that today?
We speaking, talking about lives matter, but Black Lives Matter, right? Not the organization, just Black lives in general, right? Those are two people who lost their lives at early ages to make sure we got equality in a time where it wasn't going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They knew it wasn't going to happen. Just like we speak on all the time when we talk, this isn't going to help us. This isn't going to help D. Gordon and the 2020 Seattle Mariners. This is going to help our kids. This is going to help your kids be right because you listening to our pain. So that it makes it easier for us as Black people to understand it. Okay, you know now. You know. If you don't get it, that's your choice now. That makes it easier for me to distinguish between who I have a relationship and who I don't.
Thank you.
Hi, Dee. This is Rick. I just joined the
Hey,
party
Rick.
late. Congratulations on what you and everybody have done. My question is, what would you like to see happen in the next few days, next few weeks, months down the road here, after all the issues that you've been going through? What would you like to see happen?
Honestly, we're not going to see anything happen the next day, the next few months, the next few years, like I just said. This isn't going to stop today. We just hoping that we can keep the conversation relevant. So I think I've said this 2 or 3 times now. You guys can help us by standing up and when you hear something that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if I hear someone say something crazy about my teammate, I'm telling them, black, white, or blue, hey, that's wrong. You don't do that. Like I said, it was just the silence would make it easier for us to distinguish between the two. And that's probably the best way to do it.